castle. They wanna make me their queen. And there's an old man sitting on the corner saying that I probably shouldn't be so mean. I'm headed straight for the castle. Straight for the castle.
Don't miss.
I never miss.
The Huntsman Winter's War is directed by Cedric Nicholas Troyan and stars Charlize Theron and Emily Blunt. And I'm honestly not sure if this is a sequel or a spin-off of actually the first Huntsman. I think it's just called Snow White and the Huntsman. Yeah. So with that being a huge box office success, Hollywood wanted to push out a sequel. That just what happened. And it was my birthday this past weekend, so I enjoy to watch movies, and to celebrate, my family and I, we went to the movies, and the only one that I hadn't seen and had the urge to see it was The Huntsman Winter's War. Mainly because Kristen Stewart wasn't in it. But I loved Emily Blunt in the very disappointing movie Sicario, and Chris Hemsworth is also in it, and Furiosa's in it. And it's about the Huntsman and Sarah going on a quest to find the evil mirror and destroy it. And people are actually calling this movie quite boring, but I found it actually pretty action-packed. But I usually watch dramas most of the time. I like slow-building movies, so I guess that might be why. If you're looking for like a Mad Max Fury Road, like hardcore Henry non-stop action thrill ride, you're not gonna get it. Huntsman Winter's War, I mean, it's a medieval, I wouldn't say epic, but it's a medieval fantasy story. And the first issue I noticed was Jessica Chastain and Chris Hemsworth accents. It actually seems like a 12-year-old just trying to imitate a Scottish dude. Oh, I wouldn't believe much, man. Oh yeah. It's practically that, just for 2 hours. But Charlize Theron, she was obviously in the first Huntsman. Wait, I don't know her fate. I'm not sure. But I know that when they saw that, oh, Furiosa, we can try and sign her back on. They totally just tried to push her into the story. She randomly came back into it, just out of nowhere. As much as I love her and as badass as her entrance was, it just didn't do it for me. But with no doubt in my mind, the best part of The Huntsman Winter's War was the visual effects. And Cedric, the director, was actually the visual effects supervisor of the first Huntsman, and this is his debut film. Which obviously it's going to be completely dazzling. I mean, the dude obviously knows what he's doing in that department. But in the story directing department, I'm not sure if he knows what he's doing. Because it's honestly kind of pointless. The story is very thin. I mean, you will see it in any storybook. I mean, the mirror, cover it up. If it comes down, they'll be like possessed or something. And honestly, there's a plot twist with that I just saw from a mile away. About first, second act, these two dwarfs, 4 actually, come into the story, and honestly, they are just comedic relief. It kind of felt just like that annoying 5-year-old. Like, he'll have one joke that's just like, oh, funny, but then he just tries to carry on that joke, and then it's just your laugh just slowly starts going down until you're just annoyed. They did hit me with a few laughs. I did chuckle a lot, but I wasn't like Deadpool broke out in laughter. When you actually watch the movie, you can actually see how much they do spoil in the trailers. But you have to see the movie to understand how much they actually spoil. This feels like a Snow White mixed with the Terminator. It's like, I mean, Charlize Theron, she's pretty much a golden Terminator. And I saw this opening night at an old-fashioned theater, and it was honestly surprisingly packed. And my dad fell asleep in about the second act, so he gave it a 2 out of 5 naps. There's one action sequence where there is just no music, it's just sound, which I noticed that and I was so happy because they actually did something original. I'm not necessarily saying that I hated this movie, I'm just not saying I liked it. Like, it will not be on my best of the year, but it won't be on the worst of my year. It has a few special things, like just like some of the CGI they add, some of the characters, some of the fantasy things. It's just so cool. There are moments where your mouth will drop. You're just like, oh no, something's bad's gonna happen. It's about to go down. Characters are kind of stupid because like the place they were hiding from, they like hid like right behind it and they just found them. The best part of this film is actually towards the end. It's the final battle between the sisters, and It's what a lot of people were waiting for, and to me, if I was really bored, it would have paid off. Can't necessarily predict what's happening unless you've seen the trailers. So again, I'm not at all saying that this is like a terrible movie, but I'm also not saying that it's like a crazy good one. The cast is great, the visuals are dazzling, but the story is thin and the characters themselves are just stupid. So I'm going to keep this one quick and give The Huntsman Winter's War a C. So thank you guys for watching. This was a very quick review. I think it was quick, but... And remember to go check out my Witch review, which was also last week, and I think I did Jungle Book 2. So if you want to go check those out, please go and check those out. I really enjoyed the past few movies I've reviewed, and honestly, this one wasn't too bad.
I'm headed straight for the castle. They wanna make me their queen. And there's an old man sitting on the throne there, saying that I probably shouldn't be so mean.